Hi everybody, welcome. My name is Jordy and this reading is for the collective. We're going to get started by doing some crystal ball gazing. We'll pull a rune and then move into a full 10 card tarot spread. Thank you so much for being here, liking, sharing, commenting below, and subscribing to my channel. I appreciate all of your love and support. So let's clear our minds and take a deep inhale together. And let it go. Asking for our spirit guides to send us messages that we need to hear today in the crystal ball and in the reading. So I'm seeing a falcon flying over a cityscape. I'm seeing a feather falling from the falcon. It's got different colors in it. And I'm seeing the alphabet, almost like, not the alphabet, but letters that you would see on like an eye exam board with the different size letters. And that's interesting. Anything else that wants to come through the crystal ball? I'm seeing figure skating with an emphasis on the grooves that the skater makes in the ice. It looks like a circle that's been going around and around, and then it branches off and does a figure eight. Okay, so let's talk about what those images could mean. First, the falcon is a symbol of Mars, Aries energy. It's fiery. It's about getting prepared for dealing with something in our life that is approaching, something big, something that is like you have to deal with it. It could be a positive thing that you have your perspective on, or it could be something negative, maybe a looming deadline or an upgrade in your life that you are definitely aware of and have your eyes set on. There's an element here of vision, with the hawk having that clear vision, and also the eye seeing map with the letters that I saw as well. So the fact that the hawk was flying over a cityscape, which is like modern energy, the city being like the most well, what I'm getting from the cityscape is it's built up over time. It's where the most people meet, and it's very much a collective stomping ground. So we could be talking about a situation in your life that's a looming deadline, or something you're getting excited for that's within a city. It could be a direct message, or it could be about like connecting to the collective more, like connecting to people more. The opposite of going into the woods and living off grid. It's like, no, you're fully connecting, and that might be what you're getting wary of, fully connecting to a wider group of people, or even more deeply connecting to someone. The eye exam was about vision. So was the hawk, the falcon. And it was like I was trying to zoom in on the letters, but I couldn't make out what they meant. So it could be some type of seeking answers, or seeking confirmation, or a message you're hoping for that you can see. You know what it is. You already know what this confirmation or message is, but it hasn't come into focus. It hasn't solidified. If you stare at it too long, it could be something else. It could mean something else. So it's like, just to sum up what we've talked about so far, it's like you've got your eyes set on an approaching situation or upgrade or deadline that you have to deal with. There's some type of confirmation or something like a thought, an idea, a message that's written out to you or engraved in your vision that is not quite coming into clear focus for you. And it's all about your sight, like your ability to perceive and focus and zoom in on what's important. And the hawk is flying over the city, like it's high up in the air, it's in the high altitude. So maybe to make that connection, you kind of have to come out of the higher ethereal, conceptual realms of thinking in the air and land, land in the city and take it all in. So the final symbol was the figure 8 skater, and it was someone skating in a circle. It was making a groove in the ice. I think the ice is significant. Ice represents stagnation or frozen energy, and skating around in a circle, just putting a small groove in the surface of it. It's like you're not really getting very far in cracking that ice or melting it. You're just skating over the surface of something, or maybe your situation is just revolving around the surface level loop. And then the figure skater, which is like an art form, gracefully goes into a figure 8. And I feel like that loop turning into a figure 8, or that circle, represents union, or represents like two circles that are kind of blending into each other, two different realities, maybe, two worlds merging. It's something like that. But there's something here about the ice being like stagnation or blockage for you, and maybe you want to get through that ice or melt it or change it and transmute it, but perhaps all that you're able to do at this time is just skate around it or skate in circles and kind of circle around whatever it is you want to get towards or get closer to. But the advice of the figure skater is kind of coming through as like, why not dance with this surface level awareness or surface level access that you have to something. You might not have full access to something that you want, but you can kind of dance with it a little bit more, loop into it, involve other people, connect, So we have Othala coming out, this rune right here. And Othala is about birthright, about inheritance, connection to family, to people, to ancestry, connection to the universe in like the great tree of life, So I love that rune came out for you today. Let's see what the tarot cards have to say. On the split, we have the 2 of Pentacles and the 3 of Cups. The 3 of Cups is reversed, so it looks like you could be contemplating or juggling or in the process of trying to sort out what to do with your free time, what to do with your friendships, how can you get the most enjoyment out of a situation. Also, you could be on the flip side of this, like dealing with depression or dealing with a lack of motivation and trying to sort that out as well. This is about finding joy through connection, and this is about getting organized in order to achieve that. So we're going to get all the 10 cards, then we'll start. Okay, let's see what we've got going on here. I'm just hearing from the cards, even before I really look at them, that you've been on a long road of recovery, a long road of suffering, a long road of pain, a long road of healing. Yet it feels like your vitality, your life force, your spark, your courage, your strength is stronger than it has been in a long time, maybe stronger than it ever was. Most of these cards are reversed. If you look at it, the only upright cards are these three right here. So the upright cards hold the most power in the reading. You know, the strength being a power card, and there's the infinity symbol. I feel like I'm hearing your life has been a battlefield, and with this card, it's robbed you of your joy with these two cards here, because you've constantly have to keep fighting this battle, or even if the battle's over and you're in a period of peace and strength, there's still this energy of having to keep yourself armed and ready for, and searching and overanalyzing, overthinking to stay safe, when really there's invitations here to explore and to tap into joy and tap into passion. And there's also an energy here of like wanting to learn more and wanting knowledge and thriving when it comes to learning and knowledge, especially spiritual or technological knowledge. But there's a blockage there because there's fear and there's repetitive cycles keeping you in a loop with knowledge. So there's no judgment coming from me as a reader. I'm just saying what I'm hearing from the cards and what I'm seeing in here as well. And I think that the purpose of saying these things is just to have confirmation and recognize that, you know, we can get stuck on a piece of knowledge, even if it's liberating, even if the knowledge provides the keys. There's keys in this card, the keys to the universe. It's like, how are you going to apply that knowledge if you don't find or go looking for the door to open up with that key? It's like you can have the key, the knowledge to open up a door, but if you're not like going out there to find that door or knocking down that door, you're just focusing on the fact that you have the key, then it's just a piece of metal. You know, it's just a thought form. So there's doubt and there's insecurity here in the future. This is like a windy energy. This is kind of like feeling like our mind is not helping us get to where we want to go. There's a financial aspect with these three cards here, saying that money could be running out, security could be, you know, up in the air. You may not be able to focus on what it is that you want to focus on. That's all fine. You know, I'm not pointing out these things to be negative. I'm just saying what the cards are kind of speaking to me. But if we look at what's rooting in this reading, which is the strength card, it's like you are stronger than you've ever been before, but you might be feeling just as vulnerable now as you did before, you know, or still vulnerable to a point where it's hard to function or get grounded or find meaning or joy in your experience. And with the crystal ball that we were reading earlier, it was kind of saying that like there's this impending deadline or upcoming situation that you know is coming that you have to get prepared for. And I'm seeing here with the tarot cards that that's a real challenge, you know, that the eye exam symbolism is kind of saying that it's out of focus for you. It's hard to focus on what to focus on. Especially when faith and fear are all muddled together. with the moon and the Hierophant here. So how can we navigate this energy and make sense or find a purpose on our path? How can we not fall victim to our minds or our fear, which is an emotion, not a thought? How can we navigate those? So that might be the key to what we're talking about here. There's an energy here of like wanting a piece of knowledge to help ground you into this reality, or ground your focus, or give you strength to get through to the next stage or impending situations. And I think it's because there's a lot of mind cards here that are affecting your reality cards and your passion. But ultimately, it's this watery moon card that's reversed that's really at the root of how we can deal with this energy. It's an energy of, you have emotions that are triggering your thoughts. And you're trying to think about your emotions to deal with them. Strength in Moon card is about facing fears. And the first card being here, the beautiful Page of Wands, is about stepping out of our comfort zone and just trying something that we think is going to be interesting, even if it doesn't work out. So, I think that this is like analysis paralysis type of energy here. But there's a lot of promise in these pages, and the World card is the overall energy, which is an energy of freedom from bondage. Like you're more free than you ever have been. It's just there's a shadow of bondage here in your reading. And learn to dance with the other people in your life. Learn to dance with the opportunities in your life. Try not to stay frozen with like that ice energy in your mind. There will be new emotional energy that'll come in and give you a different experience than the emotions that have been kind of stuck there on repeat. Alright, we're going to grab a wisdom card today, and I don't think there's going to be an extended for this reading. I think we'll just kind of keep going in this video, and then I won't post a members video for it. So if you're still here, let's connect even deeper with an animal oracle card. What's going on here for the collective? It's almost like we're learning to get more playful with that Page of Wands. We have bat spirit, so there's a rebirth that is assured here. A rebirth is assured. That's beautiful. We also have grasshopper, take a leap of faith. So these are signs here that like you will have a new experience if you jump into it. And be open to infinite possibility. There is more potential than what you see. That's beautiful. Okay, we're going to leave that there. And I'm going to read one of these cards from the book. We can choose 35 or 59. I'm going to read all three of these, and then, hopefully one of them will resonate with you. You can just pick which number you like, and I'll hold the card up so you can, fast forward to that card. So the first card we're going to read is Grasshopper Spirit. take a leap of faith. Right now, you are poised to jump up into the next level of your life and move forward into something even better than you could ever have imagined. When Grasshopper Spirit appears, it is a fortuitous time to take a leap into the unknown, for grasshoppers represent the innovative spirit that says, "Why not?" and has faith in the powers of co-creation. You're being called to trust that this is the right time to go with that idea, relationship, or situation. Take risks, for abundance in all forms will show up for you. Oh yeah, take risks and abundance of all forms will show up for you. Wondrous things await when Grasshopper Spirit appears. You're not going to go backwards, so listen to your intuition rather than your fearful ego that resists any change and clings wordly to what was. Luck is on your side. Jump up and forward with a confidence, for Spirit has so much in store for you, and if only if you take that leap. Gorgeous. Let's read the Bat Spirit. So a rebirth is assured. After something has run its course and died, or has been released, finished or surrendered, completed or ended, there is a promise of a new beginning. Rebirth is assured just as night gives way to dawn, and the bat emerges from the darkness of a womb-like cave. Bat Spirit has come to remind you that this rebirth is a miraculous one, for the very best elements of what you had to give up in the death of the old are still present in this new amazing life that's forming now. This is the miracle and magic of rebirth in every aspect of your life, including the rebirth of faith in your ability to establish new and healthy relationships. A bat spirit reminds you that at present you are in unknown territory and may feel as if you are lost. However, you are called to trust that your intuition will be a reliable guide as you give birth to something new and unfamiliar. Bat Spirit listened in the darkness of the night and has heard all your hopes and dreams, your fears and worries, and assures you that this new version of your dreams, this move from darkness into light, from lost to found and death to rebirth, comes to fruition with love at its core. Bat Spirit asks you to trust that what seems to have died is actually shape-shifting into something even more meaningful and wondrous than before. If you feel you are in the dark, know that come morning, all will be revealed and things will be in new form that is right for you. Now that is gorgeous. So we're starting new. We're taking a leap of faith, even if it's been a really difficult rebirth period. Starfish Spirit is the last card today. Open to infinite possibilities. So stretched out on the beach, the starfish opens fully to the rays of the sun, to the power of potential. As you look out toward the horizon, do you open up to infinite possibility? Spirit is the source of opportunities beyond your wildest imagination and ensures endless possibilities are available. At this time, Starfish urges you to stretch past your limits of your everyday perception and comfort zone, which is something we mentioned with that Page of Wands, and dream of bigger things and imagine with even greater hope and faith, for miraculous potential is shining down on you. Feel it, bask in it, and open yourself to be filled with inspiration. This is a very fortunate sign that Starfish Spirit has come to remind you of your infinite potential. I think we're going to call this video a rebirth of faith, which is beautiful. Alright, take care, and I'll see you again soon.